Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon on this beautiful Monday afternoon. I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and the president of a nonprofit organization acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated. And we have the wonderful pleasure, what else? Opportunity, and most of all, the God assignment to render hope, encouragement, and inspiration to you, our audience across the whole wide world. This is Project 365, and welcome. Welcome to this platform. Oh, we got something good for you today. But before we put her on and bring her on to the world, as if the world doesn't already know this person, let me bring in my co-host.
Happy Monday, everyone. My name is Takira Swan, and I am so happy to be here with you today. Like she said, we have a wonderful guest that's going to take our platform in a couple seconds. But before she gets started, let me just remind all of you to go to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, so you can help us bring hope, encouragement, and inspiration to the entire world.
I just love saying that, to the entire world. It's such a big assignment, but we serve a big God who's doing big things. And we're grateful to be used by God to do it. Don't forget, you become a part of our team. So as Takira has stated, please comment, share, tag, do what you need to do to be a part of our team. A good teammate. That's what we want, a good teammate. Well, today we have the great privilege and the honor to bring to this platform a woman of God who is a friend of mine. Thank God for that. A friend of mine. And I love her energy. And that smile that she has on her face now, you see it all the time. And I know some things get under her skin every now and then, but when you're in her presence, you just love being there. And I'm grateful to God for the relationship that we have, as well as the relationship that she has with God and for God's people. And today, in the person of Dr. Nicole Mason, we are going to bring her to the platform, let her share whatever that download has been to her so she can bless those in the whole wide world. God bless you, Dr. Mason. You have the platform.
Amen. Well, praise the Lord, everybody in the whole wide world. I love that. I tell you, I'm so excited to be a part of this amazing Project 365. And so to you, Pastor Portia, thank you so much for inviting me. And to your co-host, Sister Takira, thank you so very much. I'm telling you, I am so excited about what God has shared with me to share with you all. Now, let me just say from the onset, for those of you who are with us today and for those who will watch later, this message is specifically for those who have heavy hearts, for those whose spirits are burdened. I know all around social media, people make it look like everything is fine, everything is going well, that they're just winning and winning all the time. But let me just say to you from the onset of this discourse and discussion, that is not the case. And so to you who are trying to figure out if there is something wrong with you, that you can't seem to get over the hurdle, that you can't seem to get a breakthrough, that you can't seem to find your bearing, if you will, God sent me with a word for you today, that you're too close to a breakthrough. I feel that in my spirit. You're too close to a breakthrough. And I really wanted to encourage you today, because there are times in my own life, even now, where I am really seeking God about situations and matters that I cannot change. And if you are like me, perhaps you are a parent and you have children, millennials, and they're trying to find their way, but their way is going against what you taught them. Their way is going against your way. Their way is going against the way that you taught them, the ways of God. I want to just let you know that this word is for you. You're too close to a breakthrough. For many of us, perhaps you lost a job during the pandemic. You're trying to figure out, now that they've cut off the unemployment, now that the rent moratoriums have been lifted, whether you're going to be able to make it or not. I'm here to tell you, you're too close to a breakthrough. Perhaps you are trying to figure out about broken relationships that you cared about. People walked away. People mistreated you. People mishandled you. And you're trying to find out if you have value, if you have worth. I'm here to tell you, you do. You have value. You have worth. And, I don't know what it is, but the reality of it is, you're not unlike any of us on this platform right now. For some reason, the mind just goes to the negative. We can have all of these positive things going on around us, but for some reason, the mind goes to the negative. And so you may have had one person walk away, but then you have 10 other people that love you. You've spent too much time, sister, brother, focusing on the one person that walked away when there are so many people in your space who are wanting to turn to you, who are wanting to show you how much they love you, how much they care. But your focus has been so on the one person that walked away, you've missed it. You've turned your back on those people and that love. But I'm here today to tell you that you are loved, that you have value, that you have worth. And so all in all today, my message, I wanted to talk from the thought, you're too close to a breakthrough. You're too close to a breakthrough. And so number one, I want to encourage you, don't give up. No, this is not the time to give up. And I like to say it like this, giving up is not an option. In fact, what's inside of you will not let you give up. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'm a preacher. And so the preacher in me wants to tell you about Genesis. Genesis 2, it talks about how God breathed his very life into us, breathed his very breath into us. We did not become living beings until he did that. And so understanding that there is a power on the inside of you that will not allow you to break. You might bend. Yeah, you might bend, because I tell you, I've had some bending moments in my life. And I'll tell you about one of those before we wrap up our time together. But I want you to know that giving up is not an option. So don't give up. Don't give up. No. Don't give up. It's not an option. And then my second point to you is don't give in. Because see, what happens to us, life tries to push us in such a way that we just acquiesce and we throw up our hands and we give in. And we allow the situation to overwhelm us and to overtake us. But I'm here to tell you, and I like to say it like this, resilience is in your DNA. Hey, yes, God, resilience is in your DNA. And what that means is when you feel like you're going down for the last time, there will be something inside of you that will roar up to let you know that that's not the case. You didn't come this far. And I know it's hard. I know it feels like you're just about to lose it. But I'm here to tell you, you ask God for a word. You ask God to show you a sign. And this Project 365 under Pastor Portia and Sister Takira's leadership and guidance today, this is your sign. This is your word. You're too close to a breakthrough. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to give in. And certainly don't give out. That's my third one. So don't give up, don't give in, and don't give out. And what do I mean by that? See, life has a way of trying to make you just throw in the towel, just give out, just bow down to the circumstances that you find yourself in. But I want you to know, again, that you have a greater power within you. Perhaps you haven't tapped into it, or perhaps you haven't tapped into it lately. So how do we tap into it? There are times that we have to retreat. We have to back away from life itself. And what do I mean by that? All of the things that are going on, starting with social media, starting with the situation. Perhaps go to the spa If you're like me, I love to read. Get a new book to read. Curl up in the bed. Get you some hot tea. Sip on that tea. Read that new book and let the words of that book go into your heart, into your spirit. But there are times that we need to retreat. And I believe that one of the sidebars or one of the byproducts of this pandemic has been the ability to retreat, the ability to let things go, the ability to catch our breath, the ability to rest, the ability to re-look at things, have a different perspective about the situation. And let me just say, I'm a huge proponent of therapy. I believe that Jesus plus counseling equals you can't go wrong. And so perhaps you should at least seek out therapy. Listen, if you're paying for health insurance, you're paying for it anyways. Use your health insurance to reach out to a counselor, to talk to somebody who is unbiased, somebody who is trained, somebody who will give you a different perspective about your situation so that you'll know that you can make it through the situation. I'm here to tell you that you're too close to a breakthrough now to give up, to give in, to give out. Whatever that situation is, there is a breakthrough on the horizon for you. And listen, it's just like daybreak, daybreak. It's darkest just before the day breaks. It's darkest just before the day breaks. And this is scientifically proven. And the reality of it is, I believe that as in the Bible, the earth speaks to us. That's why the Psalms are full of how the earth moans and groans. The earth speaks to us. And so there again is the earth speaking to us. God thought about everything. He thought about it all. So the earth speaks to us to let us know that there are situations in our lives that it will get dark. But guess what? The darkness does not last. And the old folk would say it like this: trouble don't last always. And so whatever trouble you may find yourself in today, this platform is here as a source of encouragement for you, that you're too close to a breakthrough now to give up. You're too close to a breakthrough now to give in. You're too close to a breakthrough now to give out. And so whatever the support is that you need, I want to encourage you to look around, because it's all around you. God thought about it all. I promise you, if you make an intentional decision to look for help, you'll find it. You'll go past a billboard and there'll be your answer. You'll turn on the radio and somebody will speak your answer. That's the power of God. And when you put out a signal, an SOS signal, God responds. And let me just tell you, let me back this up with scripture. I love the book of Ruth. I love the book of Ruth. Love the book of Ruth, right? The women of the Bible are just awesome. But Ruth, she decided that she was going to leave her homeland, go to a foreign place, people she didn't know. But guess what? God saw fit to bless her obedience to serve Naomi, an older woman in her life, who happened to be her mother-in-law for a period of time. And Naomi decided they were going to go back to Bethlehem, where she came from, because she heard that there was a harvest. Where she was famine. And guess what? She only needed to be obedient to start moving. And just one step over into Bethlehem, she went from famine to harvest. And I want to let you know today that you may be in a situation that seems to be full of famine, but when you take one step today, whether it's one step to make a call to get some help, whether it's one step to reach out to somebody that you know can encourage your heart, lift you up, one step that you need to make to sometimes swallow your pride, yes, call that person that you know loves you, has been praying for you, has given you the okay to call them when you are ready. Today is your day to step from famine to harvest. Whatever that famine may be, there is a harvest waiting for you. And I want to encourage you to make that step today. And so as I bring this time of encouragement to a close, and I'm so excited that you have stepped onto this platform with us, and perhaps you were just scrolling through, or perhaps you just happened to hit the wrong button, but it is the right button for you. And perhaps you got here that way. I want to encourage you to click that subscribe button so that you can get this kind of encouragement when you're feeling down again, when you come to that crossroads again, and you're trying to figure out where you can get some encouragement. This is the platform to do that. I know Pastor Portia personally. I know what she's gone through, what she's been through, but yet she sits with a spirit of joy and a spirit of gratitude to be a source of encouragement. And she picked an awesome co-host in Sister Takira. Listen, when a woman has on orange and red, listen, those are energy colors. And so orange is an energy color. And so I already know that she brings a wealth of energy to this platform. But I want you to know that today you're in the right place. Whether it's today you watch this or sometime later, you're in the right place. And so as we wrap up our time together, I just want to share with you, I remember being in a very low place. I lost my mom and my grandmother both in the same month, in the same year, 8.5 months pregnant. Yep, all of that. And I wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not. But I knew with all assurance that down on the inside of me, there was something greater than me. And I remember one night, I just had my little baby. He was crying to the top of his lungs because he wanted me, his mama. And I was crying to the top of my lungs because I wanted my mama too. But my mama was not there. But I turned to the one who is always there for us, and that is our God. And so I want to encourage you to turn to this great God that we serve. And if you don't know him, today is a great day to get to know him. I'm telling you, he is sitting with open arms waiting for you. And I just had this conversation with my husband. We were talking about one of our children who is causing me to know that I'm so close to a breakthrough that I got all this stuff happening. And so we were talking about one of our children. And, I told him, I said, you are just like God in their lives. I know you're frustrated. I know you're upset and you get upset, but you are steady. And that's how our God, he's steady. And when you have somebody that's steady in your life, don't always say anything, but know that they're always there. That gives you a level of assurance that no matter how you have to come back, whether it's crawling, whether it's on broken pieces. I love that song, coming in on broken pieces. Whether you're coming in on broken pieces, God is steady and he is right there waiting for you. And so I want you to know today, I'm so excited to have had this opportunity to just share with you. But no, and I want you to keep letting this ring into your heart, into your spirit. You're too close to a breakthrough now. Don't give up. Don't give in. And don't you dare give out. I am Dr. Nicole Mason. Thank you so much, Pastor Portia and Sister Takira, for this awesome opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. I have to talk to myself. I will not give up. I will not give in. And I will not give out.
Yeah.
Because I'm too, let me hold that, too close to my breakthrough. Too close to my breakthrough. And if we can just go to a mirror and speak to yourself, speak to your very being that you're too close, that you cannot give up now. You can't give in, and declare and decree that you will not give out. Yeah. If we can do that, that is encouragement to yourself. You cannot always wait until someone comes to encourage you. You have to do it for yourself. But I'll tell you what, that's going to be my message to myself all day long. I am too close. I am too close. And it just like you said, the darkest hours just before dawn, and seems like things get rough, more rough, more intense, more turbulent just before the breakthrough, or just before manifestation. So we really do have to talk to ourselves. My breakthrough is right here. And I'm grateful. And I know, Dr. Mason, that you have several other entities that you work with. Can you share a few of them? I know one is Show Up Great, because I was there. I was there for that event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do Show Up Great, and right now I have a Show Up Great Academy that I'm starting, and the Show Up Great Academy really is about helping women to become the best versions of themselves. And so we have 3 areas that we're working on: mindset, getting your mouth right, and getting your money tight. Yeah.
Oh my, that sounds
yeah. Absolutely. Getting your mind right, your mouth right, and your money tight. Yeah. And so if people are interested, they can send me an email at showupgreat@gmail.com. And, it's a small group of women. I work with high achieving women, people who are successful, but they're not satisfied. Right. And sometimes when you're successful, you can't tell people that you're not satisfied. I remember having a client who worked for the Obama administration, and she was miserable. And people around her were like, what in the world is wrong with you? And it wasn't so much the administration. So let me just clarify that. It was the fact that she was not working in purpose. She took the opportunity because she was going to be working for the Obama administration. And of course, when you're out of purpose, the flair and the hype, it wears off very quickly. And that's what happened to her. Initially, she was really hyped about it. She was excited, but soon it wore off because she was not in line with purpose. And because she had built up this facade around her that everything was fine, when it was time for her to move out of that space, it was very difficult. And so I was able to coach her and help her develop a strategy to do so. And subsequently, she did move out of the administration, but it was almost when the administration was over. So she stayed for a long time because she was not mentally sound to make the move, not mentally sound in her thoughts and, making decisions, but mentally to go against the grain. It takes courage to do that. And that's what I help women to really get to: confidence, competence, and courage. Those are the 3 power C's of Show Up Great. And I have A plus the 3 power C's, and A is authenticity. You have to be authentically who you are. You have to go after what's authentically in your heart. And you also have to be okay with the backlash that comes from being all of those things: authentic, confident, competent, and courageous. And I very well know what that looks like. Sometimes people hate you just because you show up in the room. And it's because of the energy that you bring, because the confidence that you walk in unapologetically, not dumbing myself down to make others feel good in my space. No, not going to dumb myself down, trying to pump you up. No, when I speak, I have something to say, and it is something of substance. And I know that. And so if I'm in a room, if I have something to say, I'm not going to wait to say it because I don't have the confidence to speak. And it doesn't matter what room I'm in. And so those are the things that I share and teach with women, because you have a lot of women who are in successful positions. As I stated, they have the title, but they really don't have the confidence to support the kind of effectiveness they need to have at that level. They're there, they're effective, but they're not as effective as they could be if they would just build themselves up in their most holy faith. There's something to be said about confidence. I just believe that it is the recipe for success.
That's so good. And I oftentimes say it is not arrogance, it is confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It is confidence.
But guess what? I'm not going to explain the two. If you have a problem with it, that's on you. I'm not going to waste my time trying to tell you I'm not arrogant. I'm not going to waste my time with that, because if the person is posing that, that means they already have a problem with me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to waste my time and let you figure it out. And that's the way that I, handle that. Not wasting my time with that. Mm-hmm.
So what do you do as your profession?
Oh, so, I say that, I said, oh, because listen, I'm so complex, and I know just as you are, most high achieving women are. And so in my day job, I work as a senior leader, the only African-American female as the senior leader in an organization. So I've always been a trailblazer. I'm an attorney by trade, and I also am a preacher, of course, as the people just saw or heard. So I have all of these different things going on. So there are different parts of me, but all of those parts of me stem from me being a trailblazer. God pushing me into places. When I first started preaching, God pushed me into several places that did not believe in women preachers. And so guess what? I took my fiery self right up there and preached like I was a crazy woman, a mad woman. Okay, whatever, right? But I work in an organization that is predominantly all white men, not a lot of African Americans or minorities for that matter. But God has used me in this space to, do diversity work and really speak to why that's important. So I've been in DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion now for over 30 years. That's the work that I do. And have often just asked God, can you please remove me? Like, nope, you stay right there. Because I've been able to help other people of color to rise through the ranks to senior executive level and C-suite level in corporations. And so that's what I do. I coach women, high achieving women, to, of course, again, give them the confidence for those who are already in C-suite positions to not just be in the C-suite, but really command in that role the way that they should. For women who are in the senior executive service to really speak up in your spaces and to help people along who need the help. Speak truth to power in your way, however it comes out. But God has given people those kinds of platforms and those kinds of positions, not just to be there to make the money, and that's good, but also to speak up for other people who can't or won't speak up for themselves. So what I've come to know about myself, Pastor Portia, is that wherever I am, systemic change is necessary.
I love it. I love it. And you stay right there, wherever you're supposed to be, you stay right there. I knew many of those things about Dr. Mason. However, I wanted you to hear her passion for women, her passion for what she does, her passion for her profession. And in all of that, you see, I think I want to be connected to someone of that stature, someone that will help me get to that place where I know is within me. Greatness is in me, but I need someone to help me to be, to push me there. To push me there. Though I want to go, they're not pushing me because I don't want to go. They're pushing me because I need help in getting there. Yeah. And she is the person. So I just wanted to make sure you saw, you heard what she does and how she does it and her passion for it. But I thank you so very much for, and I knew that energy was coming. I knew that energy was coming. So thank you. Man, I knew that. So to our audience, many times you don't hear me give a long introduction to our guest because I want the time to be spent with hope, encouragement, and inspiration. When we're offline, you can go and Google them, Facebook them, whatever, on your time. Okay, and find out so much more about her. She's just scratched the surface on today. So when you get an opportunity, and matter of fact, let us know what that contact information is so that they can contact you.
All right. Thank you so much again. So my website is Nicole S. Mason, Nicole S. Mason. And across social media, I am Nicole S. Mason, ESQ for Esquire. Nicole S. Mason, ESQ across all social media platforms. Thank you so very much.
You're awesome. Awesome. We'll talk about a motivational Monday. I'm telling you, viewers, if you are not motivated, then we're going to have to do something special. I don't know. We have to get it together because that was such a great motivational session that we just had and that you had it for free. I'm telling you, you would have to pay somebody a lot of money to get that motivation to get you going. So I am very appreciative of you coming on our platform today. You've definitely motivated me. So guys, just remember, don't give up, don't give in, don't give out. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what the situation is, what the category is that's not right in your life, or you're just not happy with it. Just do not give up. She's a great example of that. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. And I just want to add on that, she talked about being intentional with what you seek. If you need help and you want to seek help, be intentional about it and you'll find it. That is so, so true, guys. I'm telling you, be intentional with what you seek, what you need, what you ask for, what you want. You can really have it all. I'm telling you, you can. And I think you should share this. I think you should watch it again. I think if you're feeling unsure about yourself one day, you should replay this. All our videos are on YouTube and we put them there, not just to get our name out there, but to really help you, because a lot of times people are at work or they can't, tune in on the 1 o'clock hour. Go on YouTube. Put it on replay and just speak those things into your life. Have some positive things coming into your hearing until things change. This is a video that you can do that. So I just want to encourage everyone not to give up. And I just want to thank our guest today. She's so wonderful for coming on the broadcast today. Thank you so, so much.
We certainly thank you. To echo what Takira has stated, we really do thank you. And to our women, and not just the women, men, not just men, boys, not just boys, girls, everyone. This is a message that I would love for you to share, replay, tag, comment. You're part of our team now. Let's do what we need to do. God bless you, and we will see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye.